Hi, everyone. This is Bill Vaughn, founder and CEO of Innovation City. Thank you so much for everybody that attempted to join us on live. I am here with Diane Peabody Straw with East Village Association, and we had some technical difficulties, but we are re-recording the information. This is really good content and info for all the business owners out there. So Diane and I are re-recording this, and we will be able to post it via our social. And get all of this good information out to you guys. Diane, how are you doing?
Good. I'm excited to try this again. Absolutely. And again, congratulations on your launch. I'm so excited to see the platform in motion pretty soon here.
Thank you. We are just as stoked. Really excited to be partnering with East Village Association. We have so much in store, as you know. Really good content and info for all the viewers and everybody that's really kind of being affected by COVID-19 pretty much at the moment. So again, first and foremost, I want to take a second to send our condolences to everybody that is affected. We hope you guys are all healthy, happy, and safe wherever you are in the world. And, for those who don't know who we are and what we do with Innovation City, we are a peer-to-peer networking platform that helps entrepreneurs build, pitch, and get connected with funding opportunities. So with that, we've been doing a lot of testing in market, a lot of research for the last couple of years, and we've been able to really kind of gauge. And on our platform, we're able to upload a 90-second pitch video. We'll provide you also details in regards to how to craft that pitch, and then get connected with funding opportunities, visibility, feedback, resources, advisors, mentors, et cetera, et cetera. As an entrepreneur ourselves, we understand the difficulty in getting the right connections, and we want to see businesses win, especially right now during this, important time.
For folks who were lucky enough to already have a business model in which they were working out of their apartment, they're looking pretty smart right now. Things are going pretty well, but for folks who are also have storefronts and things of that nature, definitely feeling it hard. Some have closed down altogether and furloughed or laid off employees. Others are trying to stay open on a more limited basis and still serve the community. So we're just here to try to help them connect with the resources as best as we can, and support them through this challenging time. I mean, we're all figuring it out together at the end of the day. None of us have experienced this before. So I'm trying to learn along with everybody else so that I can be a resource as well.
It's definitely the time that we all band together and really try to provide as much resources as possible, whether it be funding, whether it be support, whether it be helping, promotion, et cetera, et cetera. So that's really important. So a couple of the challenges, I'm sure you've heard kind of in market has been around this entire funding situation, this access to capital situation.
Some of the big questions I've heard a lot lately have been around what is the response time for some of these loans, especially like the SBA loan. People are applying and then hearing radio silence. And I just am trying to assure everybody that is okay, at least for a few weeks, because they've got to turn around and process that and submit it to lenders to be able to fund it. So once that goes through successfully, you should expect to hear, but expect that to be about a 3-week time. And then after that, once it's approved, it's about a 1 to 2 week time before they actually start providing that funding.
There's a lot of grants that are available too, right? Mm-hmm. Not just loans, there's grants that are available. And I think this is the interesting part with our platform, even with Innovation City, because right. What are the other options from a funding standpoint in terms of the non-traditional elements? What have you seen?
I've seen the San Diego Foundation really step up in a big way in terms of both loans and grants. They have some programs available connected with United Way to support people who are out of work due to COVID-19. And then there's also some loan and I believe grant opportunities for small businesses that are also being affected. Looking at funding, then, if you have an active payroll, that is absolutely something that everybody should be looking into and considering. I know that there are a lot of programs through the CARE Act that do pertain to 1099 and independent contractors, folks like that. The payroll protection, because it's geared more towards protecting payroll for employees, I'm not sure how that's going to affect 1099. I know that they're rolling it out in various levels. So if, say, you're working for a small nonprofit, you're not going to be able to apply until this coming Friday. And it's also important to note that this one you apply for directly through wherever you bank. So whoever you're used to talking to at your local branch is who you should be contacting right now for more information.
Okay, I think that's really important to notate because there's a lot of confusion in regards to how do I get access to this? How do I apply for this? How do I, some of this information is online, right? Directly through the SBA, which you can then apply directly to the SBA for. What are the other routes and avenues that you've kind of seen, and how do people navigate this?
This kind of feels like a good time to shout out our own website, because we've been trying to update as much as we can with various resources, from all of the links to these different applications that you need to different things that have been released by the city and county in terms of regulation, and even some legal advice from a local employment attorney to kind of help you navigate through some of these brand new regulations that we're all trying to deal with and stay in compliance with. So yeah, you can find all of that at eastvillagesandiego.com. And it's an ongoing updating process. So we will keep that going as this all progresses and as new things come out, whether it's through the federal, state, or local levels.
Yeah. What have you seen in terms of creativity from your members? Because this is a really interesting time that we've never gone through before.
You know, I've seen a lot of folks really staying in touch and relying on one another for information, which is great. We've also seen a lot of folks that are in more traditional businesses get real tech heavy real fast, which is absolutely wonderful because we all should be heading in that direction anyway. And many people who are operating a business day to day don't necessarily have the time to do all of those upgrades that they need to be doing for their website or social platforms, whatever. So getting to see that updated use of technology has been really cool throughout our East Village businesses. And we've also seen people be really creative with social awareness and continuing to give to those that are on the front lines, despite maybe a decrease in sales or some, hardship in that regard. And I think ultimately that will create goodwill in the community. And I know in times like this, as cliche as it sounds,
it really kind of goes back to what we've always toggled and discussed in terms of social impact, right? You're really going to get so much more support when you are an organization that does take care of your employees, that does, give back to the community, that does support, especially during this time. I think it's amazing to really kind of see Anja turn around and help others as they are going through their own kind of dire need and situation. I think that's a beautiful thing.
The East Village community, you don't always necessarily think of like a big urban city as being a tight-knit community, but they truly are, and I fit. So yeah, it's been really cool to see.
That's amazing. Do you have any examples, innovative, and how have they kind of navigated?
Some of them are even then turning around and donating back, whether it's to police officers or healthcare workers, making sure that they're getting a good hot meal during the crazy hours that they're all having to work.
It opens up new opportunities, but it also forces us to really kind of, to your point, take a step back and reevaluate kind of where we are and really look at where are we going to go, in the future and innovate the process. So, there's been a lot of changes, but I sometimes think change is good, not to this extent, but this is a pretty drastic change.
Yeah, absolutely, it is. But I think the interesting thing that I'm hearing a lot of talk about is how going through something like this prove so many different things that we've only been talking about in theory for a long time, right? That people can be productive working from home, and we can positively affect the environment by just staying put a little more, certain things like that. This is forcing that. It's forcing our hands in it. And in a way, I think it's kind of cool because it'll allow us all to reevaluate our own lives and figure out how we can be a better community and be a more considerate community, to each other and the planet.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I always say we live in such a fast-paced world, and, time is of the essence, we always say, right? So being more intentional in terms of the things that we're doing, right? And helping and supporting others, as needed. So do you guys have any news or updates on East Village End?
Our first question and answer video will be going up next Friday. I'm not quite at the point where I can announce who our guests will be, but that announcement will be coming on Monday. And that will be taking place every single week starting next Friday. So just pay attention, it'll be all over the place, whether it's, YouTube or Instagram or our website. We're going to make sure to have it up and out for everybody. And then the week leading up to these videos, when we announce, we'll be also opening it up for questions. So anybody that has a question for that guest is welcome and encouraged to submit. So we want this to be an ongoing dialogue.
Well, that's exciting and great. And how do they access this?
If people have questions in advance, they can either just simply DM us, or we will have a little form you can fill out on our website, and then we'll be accepting questions Monday through Wednesday, and then posting on Friday.
I'm excited to see who you guys have coming up, and we are going to be doing quite a few things on our end, not only the launch for Innovation City, but we, definitely in partnership with you guys have been really kind of working on providing a variety of different packages and information to and for businesses in terms of visibility. So the fact that our online platform is just ready to go, and we are going to be accepting applications for a $10,000 pitch competition. That's going to be really exciting. There's a variety, not only resources, but we wanted to be able to help and support different business owners and communities throughout. So with that, we're also going to be making some upcoming announcements with additional packages and kind of giveaways and different ways to maintain as much visibility as possible during this transition and this tough time, for business owners.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to see how we can continue to build out this partnership and the specific program you're talking about. I think it's going to be really great. And yeah, I just can't wait to see what comes of it.
Next week, we are actually interviewing an entrepreneur. His name is Harold Hughes from Bandwagon. It's really interesting, just a sneak peek in regards to that, because Harold has actually been able to maintain his company throughout this entire process. So definitely want to hear from him. And again, Innovation City, we're actually launching from city to city. So he is over in Austin. So we're heading over to Texas next week, next Thursday. I hope everybody stays tuned. And definitely you guys are following up on Friday. So I'm really stoked with that. And let us know how we can help and support you and your members.
Oh, same. Absolutely. I'm so excited to keep working with you, and I look forward to seeing how Austin goes.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time. And we will see you guys next week.